Hello everyone, how is it going? I'm Jim from Jim Shaped Coding, and in this tutorial we are going to learn our last type of variable, okay? And it's called sets. Now, what sets are? It is basically a collection of items like a list, but the point is they are unordered. And this leads me to my next point about sets, which is sets are also unindexed. And why is that? Think of sets as a list, but if you put, for example, three fruits in your set, then it will automatically throw you back the information, but not in the order you index. So there is no reason to make indexing of something that is not ordered. Let me show you my point. So how you create a set? Basically, you define your variable name, and right after that you have to use the curly brackets, and the rest is basically like a list. So let's say that we will have here apple, banana, and strawberry. So we have a set with three elements in that, and if I go down and try to print this set, we will not get back apple, banana, and strawberry in the order we added, but we will get it unordered. And this is just one of the properties of set, and this is how it is designed. So there is no special reason for that is relevant to understand right now. And this is the reason you cannot index your set. So if you go here and do index 1 and print this, you see that you get error of set object is not subscriptable. But basically this means that you cannot index them. So it is very important to be aware of. But what I really like about sets is that they have some very special methods and also some special behaviors that could make your life easier when you want to have some special actions with lists. Okay, so because a set is actually a data type, you can convert any list to a set because they are pretty much the same, but their behaviors are different. So because the goal of those two variable types, list and set, they are both listing some elements inside them, then you can play around with those two types of variables and actually gather some very useful information. So the first one that I want to talk about is how you can clean duplicate values when you have a list. So assuming that you have a list of numbers that is going to include 1, 2, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1 again. And let's say that you want to grab all the elements in this list, but you don't want to grab duplicated values. So this means that you want to filter these 1 and 2 out of this list. So what you can do actually is converting this list into a set, and this way you will receive back all the elements that are not duplicated, because one of the important features of set is that it does not know how to accept duplicated values. So if I go here and print numbers, you expect to get the list as it is. But if I go down and convert this to a set and then I print this, you see that I get the numbers, but I don't get twice the 1 and the 2. So this is one of the most useful things, I think, in sets that you can use. And now let me clean the screen and show you some more useful things that it is important to be aware when you use sets. So we have a couple of special methods in sets that I personally find very useful, and let me show you what I mean by that. So the first method that I want to start with is the difference method. So this can be useful if you have two sets and you want to check the different elements between those two sets. So let's imagine a list of numbers, and we will put numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then we will have numbers 2. You know what, let's call these numbers B and A besides so we don't get confused. And now let's just put here the numbers 2 and 3 only. Now what I have to do in the first place is converting each of them to a sets. So set A will be actually equal to set, the built-in converter, and then set number A, and the same thing I'm going to do for set B. And now, because the set A is the larger set, meaning that it has more elements, then what I can do is actually grab that set A, and then once I click the dot sign, you'll see all the possible methods that you have in sets. And I will pick the difference, and as an argument I will pass set B. And what this expression will be responsible for, it will print all the differences between those two sets. So for example, in this situation, the difference is 1 and 4. So this is the output that I expect. So let's just assign it to a variable and then print this. So if I run this, you see the result is as expected, and because 1 and 4 is not in set B, then I get back the 1 and 4 in a separated set. Okay, so this was about the difference method, and just to make one more example, if we put here 4 and print this one more time, we will get back 1 only. But if we put here 5, we won't get that 5. And the reason is you are looking for the differences actually from the set A. This is why this is called set A dot difference. So it is going to check what is in set A but not in set B. So it does not matter to him right now that this 5 is in the second set. But if you want to get both differences from both sets, what you can do is actually using one more cool method that is called symmetric difference. And as you hear the name of the method, now this makes sense to get both 1 and 5 back, because you are checking the difference in a symmetric way. So this actually checks for the differences between set A to B and also between set B to set A. So this is also a very useful method that I like to use. And what you also have, you have one more method that is called intersection. And what intersection will do, it will show you the exact opposite result from the difference. So if in the difference we checked about the differences between set A to B, intersection will bring you back the similarity between both of those sets. So if I print this, you bet that I get 2 and 3 and 4 back, because this is actually what is in set B. So it is very important to be aware of, and those three methods are actually very useful in sets. So I really hope you liked those three methods about sets, and just be aware that you can take any list you work with, which is the more common variable type than sets when you work with Python, and convert them to a set, and then take that different actions that could help you in some cases. So if you want to check more methods, you can go to Python's official website or to any kind of documentation and be aware of some more methods that you can use with sets. Alright everyone, don't forget to crack the subscribe button and like this video. I will see you in the next episode where we are going to create some nice project.